Conversate Restaurant is where you find us because Conversate is a dining partner of Theatre Aquarius, which is putting on Fully Committed, which involves so many amazing one person, and that would be Gavin Crawford. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Thanks so much for hanging out with us today.
No problem.
I've heard a lot of good things about Fully Committed, but I've also heard that it can be kind of exhausting for one person to put on an 80-minute production.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a marathon. It's a very funny show. It's basically a farce. It's like kind of like a one-person farce. So
okay.
I play like 35 different characters in it. I play Sam, who's like a struggling actor in New York who's manning the reservation lines in a very fancy New York restaurant, but he's down in the basement on a beautiful set that doesn't look like an ugly basement. It's huge, and so I have to do a lot of running around the stage. So yeah, it's a little marathon prep.
It's a lot. Now, to get to something like that in your career, this is not something you're like, I'm going to be an actor and then I'm going to put on an 80-minute production. Like, you have quite the career history. Tell me a little bit about that. Tell me a little bit about what makes you.
Well, I mean, I guess I just have developed a weird skills. I've always had a weird ability to like mimic people, even like starting in school. That's how I stopped myself from getting beaten up. Being able to do pretty accurate impressions of this teacher or that teacher or this person. And then I went to school in British Columbia, and then when I moved to Toronto, I started doing Second City. I started doing just character monologues at comedy clubs, and that sort of kind of one thing led to another, and then I ended up doing Gavin Crawford show, and then 22 Minutes, and I've just spent a lot of time pretending to be other people.
Wow, that's something. So in your career past, like, would you consider yourself a comedian first and then an actor, or an actor first and a comedian second, or are you a comedic actor? Is that a
I don't
thing?
really categorize it in any kind of way. I mean, I am a comedian. They're all very different. Doing stand-up is very, very different from doing a play. It's different from doing shows or things that you write yourself. Like sketch is kind of different. And I've done, the nice thing about it's, for me, because I write a lot of my stuff, or if it's sketches and things like that, like I have to think of it and then write it. So it's nice every once in a while to just drop into theater and be like, I'm going to say someone else's words.
Yeah.
Then maybe sometimes not this many words.
In this many characters.
It would be maybe nice to have like someone else there in case I forget a line. It could
Which
be like,
may happen.
It could be like, what? No, yeah. If I lose my place in this show, all is lost. I have backup plans in case it happens. But
do you just start doing a little song and dance?
Yeah. My goal will be to make sure that the audience does not know at all.
Oh my gosh, I love this. I can't wait to like dive into all of your character voices, which is what we are going to be doing on Morning Live for the next couple of segments. We are going to get Gavin to be Gavin, maybe 20 other people all at the same time. And I believe we're actually going to do a little bit of cooking.
Oh, great.
This is all new to Gavin. All right, coming up on Morning Live, make sure you stay with us from Hamilton. We are with the star of CBC's Because News program, Gavin Crawford, and that kind of segues a little bit into what you're doing at Theatre Aquarius, right? Like the two shows, they kind of go hand in hand a little bit.
Well, I mean, at first I didn't think so, but it's like with everything that's happening in the news right now, first of all, it's nice to have a break from having to look at the news and make fun of it every week, because I mean there's a lot happening. Yeah. But then with this show, it's sort of, when I did it the first time, it didn't have the same resonance, but right now it's a really good time to like just come back and laugh at a show that satirizes a bunch of rich Americans being overly aggressive and bossy, and watching the poor hapless guy who has to deal with them finally get his own back. I feel a bit like I'm like representing Canada in this character, while all these horrible Americans come in and be like, do this for me, do that for me, do this for me. You're like, please stop.
We're sorry. Okay, what's it like coming up with all these different characters? Like, how do you do that? How do you come up with 35 different characters?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you have to be very precise to just sort of differentiate them so they don't kind of all blend into each other. And if it works that well, it's like a little bit of a magic show, because the audience should kind of be watching, and hopefully they forget about 15 minutes in, you should be watching, and you should just be watching the play and forget that it's like one guy doing all this. But that's like a task for me. But I mean, I've always been kind of able to do characters, like whether it was like back in the day when they were like, you have to be Michael Ignatieff, and I'm like, how do I do that? And then you just somehow make your face go like that, and it kind of comes out. So with this show, it's like a lot of like, just by even moving just like a little tiny bit of just where you place your jaw, it can be. We were doing a thing where, you know, the girl from White Lotus, that there's Amy Lee Wood who's on White Lotus right now. We were making one character, and we needed her to be a bit ditzier, and I started thinking of her.
Like bright-eyed.
I just pulled my mouth back like this, so it would be like, "Morning, Sam." And just, I don't know, somehow it just kind of changes. And she's very sweet and nice. As opposed to some of the, there's, you know, some of the harder New York ladies that call, which, like there's Carol Ann Rosenstein Fishburne, who is described as looking like a carp. So I kind of have to like sink down into her and really put her in the nose.
I feel like she smokes.
She definitely smokes a lot. And she is very demanding. And even just doing her, I want her to get off the phone right
You're
now.
like, just go away.
That's my whole day of rehearsing.
Well, you must have like your favorite characters and the characters that you don't love so much, right?
Yeah, I mean, Carol Ann irritates. She's meant to be irritating.
With the push-ups.
But she's very funny. She's always trying to talk to the French maitre d', who hates her because she has no sex appeal at all. So they're very rude back and forth. And then I think one of my favorites is Gwyneth Paltrow's assistant is in this play, who calls with increasingly absurd demands from Gwyneth Paltrow's office. But he's just very nice. His name is Bryce, and he always is just, "Hi, I'm Bryce from Gwyneth Paltrow's office."
I feel like she would have a Bryce.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
He's always Bryce. He's always like, she needs a round freestanding table. But he's a delight. I love it when Bryce comes.
I think I could hang it with you all day. I really do. Like, this has been
like, who are you?
Entertaining. But we do have to send things back inside the studio, but there is so much more coming up from Gavin Crawford. I can't even think. I'm like, who is he now? Yes. So much more coming up on Morning Live. Hey, Gavin, we met a lot of the characters from Fully Committed, which is being put on by Theatre Aquarius in the last segment, but the chef, I feel like, has a really important role. Can we meet the chef?
Yeah, the chef is kind of I've kind of put him kind of halfway between Gordon Ramsay and Jamie Oliver a little bit. He's British, but he's got a little, he's really crotch forward. He's very like, "What's going on down there, Sam?" He's really like, any new messages to Timothy Chalamet? It's a little bit, and there's a little Patsy from AbFab in there probably too. But yeah, he's a real frat boy. So he is actually fun to do because I kind of get to like stalk over the stage and just yell at myself.
Right, because you're Sam.
I know.
That's
I do
your
sometimes
first character,
forget when I'm on the phone. I'll be like, "Reservations, can you hold, please?" And then I sometimes will be waiting for someone to talk, and it takes me a second to remember, like, "Oh, you're the only person in the play. It's you."
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we've met the chef. Why Fully Committed? Why the name?
Because for doing this, I should be put in an no. It's just it's the chef's pretentious way of saying the restaurant's all booked up. So every time I say, as Sam, like, "Oh, we're all booked up on Saturday," he'll buzz in and be like, "Did you forget my new policy? We're fully committed." And so it just adds an air of poshness and pretension,
arrogance
to the restaurant, which suits all the people that are calling.
Right. Now,
I feel like I should try and turn you into one of the callers. Do you want to learn how to be a fancy New York lady? An old, rich New York lady?
Yes, that is like what I aspire to be.
So we'll pretend you're one of the characters calling on the phone. Just like, pull your jaw down. Okay. Yeah, and you just have to put your voice way in the back. And now just fill your whole forehead with Botox.
Botox? I can't like raise my eyebrows.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'll just answer the phone and just tell me you absolutely need to come in Saturday at 8.
Okay.
Reservations, can you hold, please?
Sam, I need a table Saturday at 8 o'clock. No exceptions.
You know what? Fine for you. A slot just opened up.
Well, better have. And I want sparkling water when I arrive.
I'm going to get you to do this show.
Champagne.
And then I can take a break.
Ooh, that kind of hurts. Does it hurt your face after a while?
Some of them do. Yeah, I have to be. Carol Ann is. after a 2-show day, I go home and I'm like,
Yeah. It's like you're giving yourself your own Botox. Do you ever do the voices in front of the mirror? Because I can only imagine how ridiculous I must have just looked. Like, do you ever do it in front of the mirror to see what your face is resonating?
no, I deliberately don't because I don't want to know.
It'd be terrifying, I think. But I also think
I
it
have
would
so
give
many
you
weird
like
muscles in my face has a weird ability to kind of just
contort.
change. Yeah, like.
I think it would
And I
give you a
don't
cool
know how.
perspective.
I mean, I'll look.
Yeah, you should.
I have never looked in a mirror, so I don't even know what I look like. I don't know if I should start now.
Well, okay, fine. No
I
mirrors.
should have done that 20 years ago.
See? Cooking. That is what we're going to be doing. And we're actually maybe going to be with the chef a little bit and the maitre d' and all 35 other characters that are fully committed at Theatre Aquarius. Lots more coming up on Morning Live. I think I'm just going to talk like this from now on.
We need a martini.
We need a martini. A dirty martini.
No, very dirty.
We're now in the kitchen at Conversate, and it's all about the dinner that is being cooked in Fully Committed for all the rich, pretentious New Yorkers, in which Gavin plays Sam, the guy that takes all the reservations and no one is particularly nice to, especially the chef. But we'll get to all of that in a moment. But first, I want to introduce you to the chef and owner of Conversate, and that is Mike. Hi, Mike.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Excellent, excellent.
What's it like to partner with Theatre Aquarius?
It's been amazing so far. Working with Neil and Suzanne and Theatre Aquarius has brought us business, showcasing our restaurant, as well as we're able to showcase Theatre Aquarius at the same time.
It's so great. It's such a wonderful partnership. People can come here, get a wonderful meal, and then go see the show.
It is.
What are you cooking for us today?
Well, firstly, I'd like just to go back to Theatre Aquarius one more time.
Sure.
During the show of The Committed, we're offering 30% off to all anybody who has a ticket and is going to the show. Just come, call us.
Oh, that's amazing.
Take 30% off your entire bill.
Oh, that's incredible.
Of course.
You'll want good food after you see this show.
Excellent. Beautiful, beautiful.
Okay. Speaking of good food, that's a big piece of meat.
This is a big piece of meat. This is a Canadian Prime USDA Delmonico.
Woo!
So we start all the meat on the grill.
Okay.
Our grill goes to about 700 degrees. This is my secret recipe, steak spice.
The secret steak spice. I like it already.
Okay, this steak on the grill will take approximately 25 minutes to cook
I
to
was
a
going to
medium
say,
rare.
it's pretty thick.
So we don't have that time.
We do not. So in the interest of television.
Correct. Magic. We've got one that I've already semi-created.
Gavin, I think these are yours. You're supposed to hold those.
Excellent. I'm going to show Gavin how to put a nice little crust on this steak. Again, more seasoning spice. At Conversate.
How much butter?
Just put it on the empty grill there. Put it all. Put it all. Put it all.
Put it all?
Yeah, put it all. Put it all.
Here?
Right there. Okay, we're going to put the steak right on top of that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Here we like flame at Conversate. We like to play with fire. Right?
Yeah.
Right, chef?
I'm cool. I'm
That's
cool
it,
about
right?
it.
That's my point. Create a little bit more flame.
This is brilliant. Woo! That is quite the flame, but boy, does that ever
We're
look
creating
good.
flavor in here. We're creating a crust in here, and never too much spice.
Secret spice.
Secret spice.
Yeah,
that's
we
it,
have to
right?
we have to remind people it's secret spice.
Okay. We want to give that a flip.
I mean, I'm afraid to, but.
Watch out for the fire.
Beautiful.
Well done. Well done.
One more little set of flame.
That looks
Okay.
amazing. Okay, fully committed.
Like confidence.
What's that?
You've got meat
Confidence.
confidence.
Oh, yes, sir. I love that phrase.
This is too much. Okay, fully committed starts next week at Theatre Aquarius. You got to get your tickets. You can get them online. Gavin Crawford playing Sam. Such a wonderful exhibit of a one-man show playing over 30 characters. We're, of course, going to have all the information on our website at chch.com. Thanks, guys.